Hey, Katrina here from Scrappy Horses. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy you're here today. I have a clean and simple card for the challenge over at Cut It Up. The only requirement is you use a die cut, and of course you have to follow the theme. And the theme is clean and simple. So here we go. This is one clean and simple card. So simple that in fact I really don't need a video, except I want to share a couple of things I did in Cricut Design Space that might help you out. So first up, I want to talk about this cute treble cloth. I really like this treble cloth. It's from Polka Doodles, Feel the Music. Polka Doodles has a lot of really beautiful images in their shop. And this one is Feel the Music, and there are lots. There are treble clefs, there are notes, just many beautiful, beautiful pieces that probably weren't intended for cutting. They were more intended for using for like just printing them on cards. But I need a die cut, so I want this treble cloth as a die cut. So let me show you how I'm going to remedy that. You'll notice here that it's very, very thin right through here on this treble cloth. So when I go to cut this, it's going to be a little difficult. All I have to do, I'm going to select my treble cloth. I'm going to click offset. It's at 0.056. That's exactly where I want it. Let's say it's not. You can use this slider and you can make this as big or as small as you like. All right. But again, I like that 0.56. There we go. I hit apply. All I need to do is pull it away from the original and I'm done. Now, I don't want to print and cut this. I'm just going to cut it out of black cardstock. Again, simple solution. I come up here to where it says print and cut right here at the operation. I turn it into a basic, and I can just turn it black. And now it's done. That's all I had to do. And I can make it a little bit smaller there. All right. I cut mine at 1.47 by 3.67. All right. But you can cut it at any size you like. Now, let's go back to this one. You may have noticed that when I did this, there's some white around this. Now, if you're putting it on white, it's not going to show. So let me just pull it over here. Let's pull these away. See, you don't see it. But let's just get a red square up, for example. Move this back to the front. And you can see there's some white around that. If you want to use something like this and you find that it has that white around it, it's so easy to fix. Just again, take the treble cloth and make it a basic cut. That's all you have to do. Then make it whatever color you like and bring it back. Again, if you wanted to put this on the red like this and do a flatten, then you can flatten. And again, the white doesn't show up. See, it's perfect. So another way I could have made a die cut for my card is I could have taken my treble cloth. I could have made an offset, apply, and I could have made that background a light gray, for example. All right, so here's my offset. Just change the color to light gray. Choose the two just by swiping over with my mouse. Flatten. I could have brought that down, and that could have been my card. So there are a couple of different ways that I could make this into a die cut that would cut more easily for my project. Now, had I chosen this, then I would need to go with a print and cut. Let me go back and reiterate that. I would need a printing cut for that. But because I changed this black to the basic cut before making it a printing cut, I don't have to worry about those white edges that were around it. Okay, so there it is. There's my ideas I wanted to share in Cricut Design Space. Any comments or questions, please leave them below. So on this entire canvas, the only thing I'm going to cut is this black treble clef. I'm going to cut it and I'll see you over at the craft table. We are at the craft table. I have my black 8.5 by 5.5 cardstock and it's folded in half. That will create the card base. I have my black treble cloth. I also have a piece of white cardstock that I'm going to put on my Spellbinders and Embossabilities folder. I'm going to run it through my my Spellbinders X, I think it's called the Excalibur, and I'm going to emboss that, and there it is. Next, I'm going to take this, I'm going to center it on my black cardstock there. I'm just using a little ATG and just put that in place. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cover up any of the white that is on my treble cloth. I'm also going to go over the whole thing just so it's just nice and black with my Copic marker. Now, I don't like to measure, so what I've done is I have a mat, it's from Close to My Heart, that just has the 4 to 8. I've got the cards centered up there. So I know that 6 is the center, and I'm just going to kind of keep my eye there as I use my Barely Arts Precision Glue. I'm going to put a little bit of that on my treble clef. And then again, I'm just going to line it up with that 6. I'm going to set a block, a stamping block on top of that while it dries, just to keep it all nice and flat there. And that is it. That's all there is to this clean and simple card. I told you it was an easy put together. Any questions or comments, please leave them in the box below. I thank you for your time, and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Bye.